It's Hogan here, and I really wanted to make this video, just a quick video to show you guys how to set up a free online ordering system or a food ordering system for your restaurant. Because right now during this pandemic, I had to set this up for my dad, and I want to just show everyone how to set up one really quickly, add it to their website, whether that be like a WordPress website, Wix website, Squarespace website, just like a GoDaddy website, any website. You can add it on, and then people can actually order from your website directly or on your Facebook page, and then the order is going to go through to your restaurant on a tablet or a smartphone, and then you can actually accept the order, set the time, and then the customer can come and pick up the product, right? So this is really, really awesome, and it's completely free, so I just wanted to jump straight into the tutorial. Okay, so the thing that we're going to be using is Gloria Food. So I'm not affiliated with Gloria Food. I just came across them during my study because I was looking for something that was similar to Uber Eats. Now Uber Eats is actually an amazing product. The only thing that's not amazing is the commission, right? If it was like a lower commission, then it'll be like really, really good. But like with this, I feel like this one every single restaurant needs, right? Because every single restaurant, I feel like a lot of companies out there, they want like a piece of your commissions or like a big monthly fee. So this one is the one that I found, which was free. The only catch is that they, if you want to accept credit cards, then they charge a $29 fee per month, which I think is very, very reasonable. And that's how they make money. They have some additional add-on services, but to get started and to get like the full functionality, it's free. So we're gonna just jump straight into the video. Alright, so I just set up my microphone here, so hopefully you guys get some better audio. So what you want to do is you want to go to gloriafood.com, right? And then over here for your restaurant name, you can just put in your restaurant's name, right? So for example, Hogan's Kitchen, click on Get Access Now. And that's going to take you to the admin panel. Okay, so here you need to put in your email address. I'm going to put in just my demo email address. Oops. First name, last name, and then set in a password. Okay, and then click on continue. So here you want to start as a restaurant and a manager. So just click on that. And I am going to close that. For the restaurant phone number, I'm just going to put in a dummy one for now. That, okay, and the country, set your country, so it works in all countries. I'm going to put Victoria, city, I'm going to set it to Melbourne, set it into the city, like that, okay. And then we can click on next. So obviously put in your real details, okay, because these details will be sent to your customer and things like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to set it to the exact location, okay. So for example, that's the exact location. Click on next. And do you have a real website domain? I'm going to click on yes. All right, so I'm going to be using this dummy website for now and just plug that in and then click on next. Okay, so that's going to authenticate, and I'm going to be selling, let's say, Asian food, and then click on next. And then here we need to validate the email. So you need to go to your email address and click on the email and just click on validate. Okay, so that's gonna redirect you over here. Okay, so I'm just gonna close this window. So I'm gonna close this one over here. Okay, click on next. So it's really, really simple to set up. So for example, do you offer pickup? I'm gonna say yes, click on next. So if you do offer delivery, you can click on yes, and then click on next. And now you can actually set in specific zones. So for example, click on that, and then we can set in the radius as well as the minimum amount and the delivery fee. So you can just sort of hold it and you can click it like that, right? So that will be good. And then let's say the minimum order is $25, delivery fee is $3, and then you can click on save, right? And then you can add another zone. So this is really, really awesome. What I'm going to do is disable it because I'm not going to offer delivery. Click on next here, and then here if you offer table reservations, so probably not at the moment, right? But if you do, then we can select yes. So I'm going to select no here, and order ahead is going to help you sort of allow your customers to book and then order ahead, right? And then basically your chefs can start cooking, and then when the customer comes, then the food will be served, right? So for me right now, we're not going to offer that. Click on next. And here is the opening hours, so we can click on add. And let's say we're closed on Monday, and then here we can set in the days. Let's say we're open from 11 a.m., right? We can just select that, and then let's just set it to, let's say 3 p.m., right? So that lunch hours. Then we can click on save, okay? Then we can click on add again, and here we can set in the dinner hours. So let's just say, for example, 5 p.m., right? Until, let's say 9 p.m., okay? We can click on save, right? So you can actually customize it to whatever you want. So for example, if you want like Friday and Saturday to be a little bit later, you can just add in a new time, right? And you can also set in different operating hours for pickup. So let's click on next. All right, so accept orders for later. So I actually do this for my own store. And what basically happens is when your store is actually closed, then your customer can still order. And when you open your store, let's say you open at 5 o'clock, the tablet will actually make a notification sound. A notification will pop up where we have 15 minutes to confirm their order for later, right? So this is really, really good. So because sometimes customers want to order for later time. Like if they order at 5, they might want to pick it up at 7 o'clock. So this is really good. So we're going to set yes. Settings for pickup. So here I normally set like 45 minutes. 4 days or 3 days in advance is good. And then we'll click on next. Right, so I'm just going to ignore that for now. Here, normally I will have the menu prices include the taxes already. In Australia, I'm just going to set it to GST. Click on next. All right, so here we can enable the payment methods. So cash, pickup. Personally, what I do is just do the online payment, which you can set up later on. But let's just say we can do this. Okay, so accept cash and card in pickup. All right, you can also do a callback and take the card details, but I think that's just too much hassle. I'm going to click on next. And here I'm just going to enter in the company information. Okay, so once you're done, click on next. And here I'm just going to select these, right, and click on next. So right now, this is the important part, the app installation. So we're going to click on next here, and you can install on your smartphone or your tablet. Doesn't matter if you're using like iPad, iPhone, any Android phone or a tablet. So let's just say, for example, I'm just going to set it to a tablet. Click on next, and then I'm going to enter in my email, right? And then I'm going to open up my email on my tablet, right? You can also SMS it to your phone as well. Click on next, and that's going to send the instructions to my iPad. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to get your iPad or your smartphone and then log into your Gmail or your email account, and then they'll have sent an email. So click on download and install, and then this is the app, okay? And then we're going to download it onto our iPad. Click on open, and then here we're going to allow the notifications because this is important, otherwise you'll need to set it in the settings later. We're going to allow that, and that's going to populate with the password, the direct link to log in, right? So we're going to click on login, and essentially that is connected, right? So that's connected. Now we're going to click on got it, right? So once that is connected, then what we're going to do is we're going to do a test order. Okay, so that is a test order. Now once we have done that, I'm just gonna close this, okay, and that should be connected. Then we're gonna click on next, and we're going to do the menu setup. Okay, so this is really, really simple as well. Click on next, 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 next. Click on that, click on next, right? So here they have pre-populated some things here. So what I'm going to do is just delete it and show you from scratch, right? So let's just delete that. and delete this as well. So what we're gonna do is click on add category. So let's just say you have like entrees or something like that, entree, and then click on save. And then for the name, so let's just say we've got veggie spring rolls, and we're gonna set in a price, so $5. Here you can leave a description. We're just gonna add on save, right? So the cool thing about it, right here on the options, you can click that, and what you can do is you can hide from your menu. So for example, sometimes you might run out of stock, then you can log in here and hide it from your menu, which is amazing. You can also hide it until. So essentially, like for example, last weekend, we ran out of lemon chicken. So we basically hid it for like a day and then it'll come back online, okay? So that's really, really cool. And then you can also show only from. So you could do like lunch specials. So that's really, really amazing. You can also set it to like vegetarian and things like that as well. You can also hide the special instructions, which is really cool. We're gonna close that. Then let's say, for example, I'll show you how to do a variation. So let's just do like dim sims or something like that. Set it to $5. Here we could do like steam or fried, and then pork. Oops. Dim sims. All right. Then we can click on save. So now we want to set in a variation of that item. So because we have steam or fried, on the right hand side here, you can use the pre sort of populated add-ons, but we can click on add group, right? So let's just say we have one which is steam or fried. Okay, so this is going to be mandatory. We need them to select which one they want. So click on that and set this to force minimum 1 and force maximum 1. Click on save. Here we can add the choice. So for example, we can add steam, and essentially because the steam and the fried item is also the same price, then we don't need to set in a price, right? If you're like adding different toppings or different ingredients, then you can set a price like $1, $2, it doesn't really matter. And you can also set it to pre-select. We're gonna leave that, and then we're gonna set it to, let's say, fried. Okay, and then we set it to $0, click on save. And how you add that to an item, you can just click it and you can drag it onto that item. So this is really, really amazing. Same thing with the other ones, drag it and do like that. Okay, so here we can add the toppings, stuff like that. We can cancel it. So that's really, really awesome. And to add in a picture, that's also really simple. So just click here, click on add, and then we can drag in the image. So for example, the spring rolls. Okay, so we can zoom in if we want to. I'm just going to leave it as is. Click on set image. And then you can do the same for the rest of the food items. Okay, so here we're going to just click on save, or you can actually cancel it. We can click on next now. And here we're going to click on no, and then click on next. So here the alert call, this is also really, really good because essentially what happens is, let's say you forgot to turn on your iPad or your smartphone or something like that, you haven't turned on the app, then they're going to send a notification, like a notification phone call directly to your phone, right? So this is really, really awesome because it actually calls you just like how Uber Eats does it when you don't turn on the app, right? So I'm going to click on next because as you can see, this is a demo, so I'm not going to set that in. And here you can also accept orders through Facebook. So this is really amazing. I added this to my Facebook account already. So you can click on yes, and you click on next, and then you can start installation. And essentially what you need to do is just log into your Facebook and select your Facebook page. And then it's going to appear on the sort of the left-hand side, on the bottom left-hand side. And then people can click it and they can order directly from your Facebook page. Right, so that's really, really awesome. Click on, okay, so I'm not going to set that up. I'm just going to click on next, select no, click on next. So these are some of the upsells that they do provide if you want to get it or not. Right, so here I want to publish it on existing website, right? Then click on next. All right, so here you can send an email to the person who's controlling your website. So in this case, I'm controlling my own website. So let's just do like Hogan, and let's just paste in my email, e-commerce tutorial. All right, and then that's going to send the HTML code to them to add onto the website. Right, so we can preview and send, and click on send, and then that's going to send to our email, hopefully. All right, over here, and then you can click on here, and that's going to take them to here where they copy this code. So this code is unique to your website and your account, right? So copy that and then go to your website. So generally how you add it in is, I'm personally just using a Themify's builder, right? So generally, hopefully you guys should be using a drag and drop builder by now. And what you need to do is add in a text module, right? And drag it into here, okay, wherever you want to put the button. And instead of clicking the visual tab, click on the text tab and paste in the sort of JavaScript, all right? So paste that in and then click on done, right? So if you are, installing on a different website, they also have instructions down here to show you how to install it for your Weebly website, Wix website, Squarespace. It doesn't matter which platform, you can add it in. Now we can go over here and just click on save. Then we're going to click on close. All right, and then here we can click on the button, right? And that's gonna open up our food ordering application, right? So here you can further customize like the image and all your items and things like that. And then people can add it to cart. So they can click it. Let's say they add this to cart. All right, here they can click on the cart and then they can fill in their information and also select the payment method. And then they can place an order, and then that's going to send a email to your email, and then also it's going to notify you on your iPad as well. All right, so what I'm going to do is do a test order and show you guys. All right, so here I'm just going to put in my contact details, I guess. Pickup method, choose the time, so we can choose a time now or later, right? Click on save. Payment method, I'm going to do cash, click on save, and then I'm going to place the pickup order. All right, so that should have a notification sound on your iPad, right? So that's my order coming through. Click on that, and then we can accept it or decline it. So if we actually reject it, and if it's like a card payment, then it won't collect that payment. So we click on accept, and then we can set the time. So for example, 20 minutes, accept and confirm. And that's going to send a confirmation, right? As you can see, order confirmed for your customer. And over here, we can manage the orders, right? So here, we can click over here. Over there, we can also set it up with the printer. So we can connect it with our printer. What we're going to do is go back. So go back to a restaurant panel over here, and then we're going to finish setting it up and finish showing you some of the other features. Here, we're just going to select on no, click on next, and you can also get the branded mobile app as well for additional fee. We're going to select no. Okay, so if you want to accept credit card payments, then you'll need to set it up with Stripe. So you can go to stripe.com. And then you can set up and open an account with Stripe and then connect the Stripe account to your bank account. You'll need your business details and things like that as well. Or you can set up with your PayPal, existing PayPal accounts and things like that. So I'm just going to select no for now. All right, and fulfillment options. So this is the due to the pandemic. So they also offer this. We're just going to click on next. Okay, so here, encouraging your first order, click on next, and click on next here. So what this is that we can, as a restaurant, we can send this out to our existing customers, and then if they order through our online thing for their first purchase, they'll order and get 10% off, right? So this is really, really good. So you want to set next and then click on next here. Here you can fill in the details and things like that. I'm not going to go through that with you. Really, really simple to fill out. All right, so click on next here. And then you can also set the discount amount, so like 10%, and you can also set a minimum order of like $20. Click on save. Okay, now the promotion is live. Click on next. And this is just some additional features that they offer within here. So you can also click over here on the left hand side to manage your dashboard. Basically you can see like the sales and things like that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any troubles, then you can go and click on the support over here on the right hand side, which is really awesome. They do take a little while to get back, sometimes instantly, sometimes a few hours, but they always get back to you, which I think is really awesome for a free app. Okay, so obviously if you want to do deliveries, you can also set this up, right? You can also do like delivery tracking, which is awesome. You can set up your printer and set up how you want your printing to be set up, like the layout and things like that. So personally, what we do for our printing is we have the wireless network, the modem thing, right? And then that's connected into our printer, right? And then this iPad is connected to the Wi-Fi, right? And then essentially here we can just click on the thermal printer, and then that will find the printer for us, and then that connects to that. And then for example, if we want to print out the order, okay, so here we can click into that on the bottom. So on the bottom of the screen, we can click on the print here and print, and that's going to print out to our printer, which is in our kitchen. All right, so that's really awesome. Yeah, so I think that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys really enjoyed the video. You know, I did this video because you know, my dad runs a restaurant, and I think this is going to be super helpful for all restaurant owners or all sort of food. If you're selling, you could do this if you're selling like fish, if you're selling meat, coffee, even if you have like a little stall. Let's say you're doing like a street food or something like that, you can use this app for people to order and then come and pick it up, right? So this is so efficient for any business, because now that they don't have to call you, because sometimes when it's like busy, then people need to, you know, the phone's like engaged and things like that, which is not good for your customers. All right, so thank you guys. See you guys in the next video.